This video is going to be a combination of two reviews. My Dinosaurs on a Spaceship review that apparently I forgot to upload, and my A Town Called Mercy review. So it's basically a review of Doctor Who Season 7, Episodes 2 and 3. Let's start with Episode 2. Doctor Who Season 7, Episode 2. Simply titled
Dinosaurs on a Spaceship!
With a title like that, how could you not think this would be cool? And it is. Basically, the plot is the Doctor finds himself with Queen Nefertiti and a game hunter, which is basically, a regular, hunter of, animals and such. Amy, Rory, and Rory's father, played by Mark Williams, who you would remember as Ron Weasley's dad from the Harry Potter movies, find themselves on a spaceship where it's about to head towards the Earth, and it has some very precious cargo in there. Dinosaurs. The episode, to tell you the truth, kind of starts out a little slow at first, but then it gains traction, and it gets to be absolutely fun. And that's definitely the main theme for this episode. Fun throughout. Take for example, the Doctor, Rory, and Rory's dad ride on a Triceratops that's trying to fetch a golf ball.
Dino Riders!
How does that not blow your mind? And our main villain for this week is pretty much a bounty hunter, played by the guy that was Mr. Filch, also from the Harry Potter movies. So in a way, it's kind of like a little mini Harry Potter reunion. I'm not going to delve into spoilers that much like I did last time. Now, there is some great humor in this, especially from Rory's dad, like I said, played by Mark Williams. And if you ask me, the special effects for the dinosaurs, eons better than the special effects for Terra Nova. As always, the performances are great, especially Mark Williams as Rory's dad, who really stood out in this entire episode. And then there are these two robots that are like the henchmen for the main villain here. And yeah, let's say they had a little too many lines in this that kind of got on my nerves a little bit, but not that much. Thankfully, they weren't jar-jarring in this, which is good, because God knows we don't need that kind of thing in Doctor Who.
We're very cross with you.
So like I said, a really fun episode. The performances are great. The CGI is great. I'm going to give it a different rating than I did with the previous episode. I give this episode 4.3 out of 5 dinosaurs. And now let's get to my review of episode 3. Doctor Who, Season 7, Episode 3, A Town Called Mercy. So the story for this one is that the Doctor, Amy, and Rory land in a western town named Mercy, where apparently it's being stalked by a cyborg killer with a cowboy hat and such, which they just call the Gunslinger, and that they need a sheriff to protect them from said gunslinger. This episode was actually really dramatic, mainly because this episode kind of shows how far will the Doctor go to protect people. What are his limits? And there are some points of it where he almost could have killed the gunslinger, but of course his morals go against him and he decides not to. And I liked that. In fact, and there wasn't really a huge sci-fi element in this episode, mainly because it's mainly a western, and the only sci-fi elements you see in it are a spaceship, the Doctor's sonic screwdriver, of course, and the gunslinger himself, which is basically a cyborg. My hair. My hair hates me. Sorry about that random moment. But yeah, this actually has probably one of the best performances, in my opinion, of Matt Smith throughout this show so far. Where it really, like I said, it shows you, how far will the Doctor go to protect people? Is he really going to break his own rule by killing? And there's also a really, really great scene, and it's kind of spoilerish, but I might as well just show a little bit of it, that way you'll get the general idea.
I honour the victims first. His, the Masters, the Daleks, all the people who died because of my mercy.
See, this is what happens when you travel alone for too long.
Plus, from what we've seen so far throughout these 3 episodes, it kind of shows you that maybe the Doctor has been spending too much time by himself and that he really needs someone to travel with him. And Amy is pretty much right, if you ask me. It's a really great story of morality, values, and what we stand for, and trusting in the people that we have close to us. So all in all, this story is really good. It's well constructed, the performances are great, the writing is great from Toby Whithouse, who created the British version of the show Being Human. I give this episode a 4.2 out of 5 rating. So what do you think? Have you seen Dinosaurs on a Spaceship and A Town Called Mercy? Have you only seen out of one of those episodes or so? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you like what you've seen here, then feel free to press the like button, add this video to your favorites, and maybe subscribe if you want. And stay tuned for my next TV review, which is actually going to be a review of the first volume of Batman the Animated Series in honor of its 20th anniversary. So, stay tuned for that. So until next time, this is Marcos Aquino saying, Drop Dead!
I don't do requests.